Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner out in the Bay Park area. We like to do these inspections to outline the current condition of the roof and provide any recommended action. This is a architectural asphalt shingle roof with a flat section in the back that is very sensitive due to the low slope. This architectural asphalt shingle roof is close to 20 years old. It does have multiple layers on it, as we can see right here. You can see the original layer underneath right on this corner right here, and you can see the gray asphalt shingle roof underneath it. So there is 2 layers on this roof right here. Building code says you can have only 2 layers before it becomes a weight issue. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 3rd layer on this roof that we just can't see at this point. You know, my inspection limits me to only doing basically determining if there's 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's 3 layers. But what happens to an architectural asphalt shingle over time is there's a bunch of granules that form in the gutters. It comes off of the shingles themselves, and you can start to see the fiberglass kind of show through. The real damage on this roof, I think, is to the ridge caps. As we can see, the ridge caps are getting really beat up, and the fiberglass is really showing through the shininess that we see right there. And then the flat roof, this is a rolled roofing material called torch down. It's very sensitive on the edges because it's basically a big, sheet of tar that heats up, and it pulls away from the edges. So you see all the repairs that have been done. It recedes, right? The whole edge of the roof has had another layer of it installed because of the edge filled over there. And we can see the penetrations are just, they basically just have duct tape on it, and then, tar, and the edges are coming up right here, and they tried to do some repairs. So this material is pretty outdated. You wouldn't quote replacing with this material. You would use TPO now. TPO is a thermal polyolefin material that reflects a bunch of heat and is the go-to flat roofing system now. This material starts to bubble over time, as you can see right here. And there is a lot of soft sections of plywood on this roof, so we do recommend taking it all off so that we can access the plywood. And then when we can access the plywood, we're able to replace any of the bad plywood. So it doesn't make sense to do an overlay because the condition of the wood feels very soft, and we want to get all that bad wood off and replace it with new wood and to properly secure it. So if the homeowner ended up wanting to add solar or something down the road, we totally could, and there isn't a maintenance issue down the road created, right? So we would integrate the flat roof with the shingle roof by rolling the TPO material up at least 2 feet into the roofing material here, and then have the shingles go over the top. There's a lot of exposed nails on this shingle roof that you're concerned about. This is an easy way for water to penetrate in. This south side, or west side, that gets a lot of sun. You see a lot of granule loss and deterioration in the granule and the ridge caps. And so you really, in a perfect world, you would replace the flat roof and also the shingles. It's not that much of square footage, and then the whole roof is then warranted properly. But if we had to, we could just replace the flat roof and then tackle the shingles later. But we're, in a perfect world with this kind of level of deterioration on the granules themselves, we would like to see the shingles done at the same time. That is a professional recommendation, just because you can see how beat up these ridge caps are getting, and the integrity of these shingles themselves. I think I found an area over here where the shingles were just coming up on itself. Yeah, so definitely replace the flat section for sure, but then, in a perfect world, we replace the shingles as well. And then, you have one company with one warranty for the entire roofing system. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this out right now, get a proposal over to the owner, give them a couple options, and hopefully we can get them on the schedule. Thanks so much.